Hello, today we're going to talk about some really fun kindergarten concept books. So I'll highlight those here. And if you want an even more extensive list, I put in the video description a link to a blog post that actually has 27 books for kindergarten concept introduction. So you can check those out here, but let me show you. We're going to go through a couple of books for 4 different categories. Those categories are social and emotional readiness, literacy skills, math skills, and then gross motor skills, so large motor skills. So let's get started with social and emotional readiness. The first book I have for you about social and emotional readiness for kids getting ready for kindergarten is called The Book of Mistakes by Corinna Lycan. And I'll link all of these books down below if you want to check them out, okay? So this is the Book of Mistakes. I know a lot of preschoolers who really struggle with trying to make things perfect and not doing well when they mess up or can't do it on their own when they really want to. So this book is a really great way to introduce the concept of it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. That's how we get better. So that's really fun way, and it's simple, easy to understand. So I really recommend The Book of Mistakes by Corinna Lycan. All right. It says on the back to set your imagination free, because mistakes, that helps us grow and learn, and I think even as adults, we sometimes need that. I know I do. The second one I have is Rulers of the Playground by Joseph Kufler. Now, this one actually is called a Vox book, and my library has these, and you just turn it on and it will actually read the book to you, and it'll tell you when to turn the page. So if your kid really likes to read and you've read 500 books today and you just want them to read, you can maybe ask your library if they don't already have them, if they could get Vox books, V-O-X. And it's really awesome because they can sit there and read the book 500 more times, and they're reading, they're not looking at a screen, and you won't lose your voice. So this one is called Rulers of the Playground, and it just really talks about like playground etiquette, how to make friends, how to be kind, how to include everybody. So I'll show you an inside page. So that's about the text that's on every page. The illustrations are so cool, so pretty, so unique. So you can kind of look through this. It's really fun, just a way to introduce like how your kids should be playing together, and just a nice way to talk about that kind of stuff, a nice intro to those kind of discussions, okay? All right, so next we have a couple of books to introduce the literacy skills. So this is writing, reading, literacy, that kind of stuff. This one also has a tie-in to the social and emotional readiness. It's called The ABCs of What I Can Be, and it's by Caitlin McDonough. I love this book because not only does it go through, sorry, there's a glare, the alphabet and talks about different careers that start with that letter. So it's great to reinforce like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it's also great to introduce what sounds the letters make and what words they start with. On top of that, I love this book because it talks about so many different types of careers. So it just gets kids learning about these types of careers and these types of things that they can do, and even just hobbies that they can eventually fall in love with. So it's just a really great introduction for that, and I really like this one. And this is the ABCs of What I Can Be. The next one I have for literacy and writing skills is called The Great Dictionary Caper by Judy Sierra. It's illustrated by Eric Comstock. So this one is a great way to introduce new words to your kids. Now, you probably know that reading is one of the best ways to make sure your kids are hearing new words and learning new words, and it's the best way to expand their vocabulary. Now, this book will take it even farther because it uses some really cool words that we definitely don't use in like regular life. So it's about Webster's dictionary, and it's it says here, this story is brought to you by Noah Webster and his amazing dictionary. So it kind of talks about that, and it talks about different words. So it says like action verbs love to show off, and then you get all these really fun action verbs. And so it's just a great way to like introduce word forms and different like parts of speech and that kind of stuff. So that's the Great Dictionary Caper. Now we're already on to math skills. So for math skills, I have this really fun book by Andrew Clements, and it's called A Million Dots. Now, a million is a word that lots of kids say like, oh, it was a million bajillion times big. This one really actually has a million dots in it. You can physically see what a million looks like, and just is a great tool for introducing like early counting and math skills. So, and it also has like, I really like it because it also has like really fun facts here. So you can kind of see like 200,000 pennies would fill 22 1-gallon milk jugs. And this is how many of that number they have in each of the pictures, 200,000. They have different facts for all of the big numbers. So it's really cool to see that. You can see all the little dots in there and stuff like that. So it's really fun, a great way to introduce counting and how numbers increase and things like that. Our second math book is called Triangle, and it's by Burnett and Klassen. There's a couple in this series. This is actually the board book version. I really like it because it's like a big board book cover, and then the inside is the pages. So I really like this cover. It's like thick and durable and easy to wipe off. So this one is called Triangle, and on the back it says, this book is about Triangle. This book is also about Triangle's friend Square. Also, it is about a sneaky trick Triangle plays on his friend Square. So this one is about math. So you know it's about shapes and the difference between triangles and squares and that kind of stuff. So it's just about Triangle, who lives in, you know, a nice little triangle town, and Square, and how they don't necessarily would fit in the same places, that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to give it away. I'll let you read it, but it's really fun and really great for practicing and reinforcing those shape concepts. Now, this last one is about gross motor skills. So that means using your large muscles, your arms, your legs, that kind of stuff. So here we have Bear Moves. This book is so funny. It's by Ben Bailey Smith and Doc Brown and Sav Achius. So the back says, Paddington, Yogi, brother, move over. There's a new bear in town. That David Batty, author of The Parent Agency, said that. But this one is so funny and it's interactive. It'll get your kids up and moving. And doing the same stuff that Bear does, because Bear is a dancer. The kids will love it. It's so funny. It talks about underwear. That's their favorite. So this is Bear Moves. It'll get them up and moving. So fun. The last book I have for you is about gross motor skills, and it's called If You're Happy and You Know It by James Warhola. And if you know the song, If You're Happy and You Know It, Clap Your Hands, that one. This one is the same song, so you can sing it, but it has different words that will really get your kids, once again, up and moving, which is the goal of moving those gross motor skills. So this is perfect for when you're stuck inside in the winter and you really need to have them get their energy out. So you do all these different actions like different animals in the jungle. So let's see, this one is If You're Happy and You Know It, jump up high, that kind of stuff. So it's really fun, crawl around, that kind of stuff. So that's If You're Happy and You Know It. And once again, I'll link these all in the description. And don't forget that if you want even more of the kindergarten concept books, there's a whole list of 27, and I'll put that on the link. I'll put that link in the description as well. So I'm so glad that you guys hung out and watched that whole thing with me. I hope these are helpful. Comment below if you're using any or if you have any of your own suggestions. I'd love to hear them. And okay, that's it. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.